What's going on, y'all? It's the kid J Nolan here. Hey man, we gotta talk about Trippie Redd and the fact that he rushed his album out due to hackers online that were basically threatening to put it out before he could, and they basically had $1 million ransom on his project that forced him to release it before it was actually ready. One of the songs specifically mentioned was Crazy Train featuring Travis Scott, and the song has received kind of mixed reviews. Trippie says that sound that was achieved on that record was not intentional. Of course, we already know that Travis Scott has a very distinctive sound when it comes to his auto-tune and his vocal inflection and stuff like that. So the fans are definitely gonna notice when something is out of tune or not correctly done according to his authentic trademark. Trippie says that he needed more time to properly mix the album and that song in particular. But again, he says he was held for ransom on this project. The hackers allegedly had all of the songs from the album, including all of the features, and they were trying to beat him to the punch. And another reason why he was in such a rush to get this project out is because hackers actually leaked out his previous 2 albums leading up to this one. So it let him know that this was really a true issue. It wasn't something that he could kind of blow off and act like it wasn't a real threat, because he already had been through it 2 times already. Now, I don't know who these music hackers are, but it does seem to be a really big issue in music, especially hip hop right now. We saw over 100 songs, references, demos from Lowe that leaked out. There's been other artists that have been victimized in this as well. People's albums leaking early. In the past, a lot of people cited issues with their engineers and these studios that were leaking songs out. But today, I'm not so sure that it's the engineers that are doing this. I don't know if these people are literally cracking code, cracking IP, hacking into people's iCloud servers or whatever they're doing in order to get this music. But my bet is that the engineers aren't actually doing this these days. It's not enough money for you to sacrifice a relationship with these top artists that are funding your careers and your dreams and basically giving you the credits that you need in order to keep having a career in music. So I'm not thinking that the engineers are doing this. On the flip side, Trippie Redd does say that the album will be modified, the proper mixes and masters will be uploaded, and was basically telling fans to stay tuned, keep listening to the album, and at some point the correct version will be replaced. Don't get too used to hearing those unmixed, unmastered versions. Trippie Redd does have a special treat, maybe a deluxe or something coming on the way, but I think this is a really bad situation, man, because now you got to worry about the security of your music. Like, music is a very sacred thing. Even if you're a trash artist, you still put a lot of time and energy into it. You still go in that booth, you got to lay stuff down, you make mistakes, you got to relay it, you got to go through the process of coming up with the ideas. As fun, as entertaining as it might be, there still is definitely a level of work that goes into it, especially when you got to go out on tour, entertain people. You got to be this caricature of yourself in order to keep people engaged. Then you got to go back and do it again, hit the studio. It's not something that everybody can relate to. It's a very repetitive career choice to be involved in music. You basically got to keep showing this magic trick over and over again. And when people get tired of it, you got to be able to reinvent a new one that's equally successful or can exceed what you've already done. And at a base level, at least try to keep yourself relevant. So when I take all of these things into account, I really do feel for Trippie Redd having to go through this situation, especially for 3 back-to-back-to-back album cycles, man. That has to be very draining. It can deter you from even wanting to keep doing it, to be honest. Now, I know he has a big fan base. He makes a lot of money off of music. That's what can fund him having an album called Mansion Music. All of that does make sense, and he is very successful in his own right, but I just want to say I understand his frustration. Let me know what y'all think of this down below in the comments, man. If you're a Trippie Redd fan, go ahead and chime in. Let me know what's good. Are you waiting for the updated version? Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the post notification bell, and I will see y'all on the next one, all right? Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.
Got my legal hustle, welcome to the trap. I could blow a stack, bet I make it back. You can hit my line if you need a track. But we can't even talk if it ain't about the bag. Got my legal hustle, welcome to the trap. I could blow a stack, bet I make it back. You can hit my line if you need a track. But we can't even talk if it ain't about the bag.